Hey there, Heather Boyd Wire here, and today we're going to make some Celtic heart earrings. What you're going to need for this project are your tools, a cone, a bunch of jump rings, some earring hooks, and I'm using 20 gauge artistic copper wire. So to get started, we're just going to go at the halfway point of our wire and just start with the round pliers to do a little kind of loop like that. So we're going to do one on one wire, and then we're going to do the other wire as well. And the artistic copper wire is good for this because it's quite soft and flexible, which is really good. And so now we want to form the top of our heart. So we're just going to straighten these out a little bit. Okay, we'll just straighten them out. And then because they're earrings, we want to do them both at the same time, which is one of my little hacks for making earrings the same size. If you're making a pendant, it doesn't matter. You can do it just a single one, obviously. And so we're going to hold these in place, and then we want to start the spiral for the heart. So if we hold this one here, okay, we're just going to bring it around. Okay, we'll separate them after. We're just going to start on the one side, and then we want to flip to the other side. Okay, make sure they're lined up. Make sure this stays lined up at the bottom. And this part we can adjust as we go. So we're going to start it, and we're just going to make sure it looks more or less the same. This one looks like it needs a little bit more of a bend, so they're pretty symmetrical, maybe even a little more. And then we can separate them. Okay, so we'll separate the two pieces, and we want to flip it and hold this in place and just say about an inch from the end. It depends on what cone you're using. So if I go around like twice, because we want them to be the same, right? So we're going to hold that in the same place and go around twice. Okay. And I think that's going to be too much wire. So what I'm going to do is clip some off, and I'm just going to make sure I clip it at the same place on both sides. So say we clip it like onto that side, and then this one over here to that side. So they're more or less in the same position, just on opposite sides. So we go like that, and then we can get our round plier, and we're going to tighten up the spiral. So we're going to take this and hold the end of the wire with our round pliers. So flip it to however it's comfortable for you to hold the end, and then just bring it in. Okay, so we've closed the circle, and just gently bring it in. Okay, this takes a little bit of practice, but the copper wire is pretty forgiving, so we're just working our way in. I have other videos that teach how to make spirals that shows the same technique, but basically to make a spiral, I do the cone, and then I close like one little inside circle of the cone and just gradually bring it in. Okay, you don't want to go too quickly or it's going to distort the spiral. So we're going to go in just gently, bring it in. And then if you find, you can get it started with the pliers, and then sometimes it's actually easier to remove the pliers and just do it with your thumb and your finger to bring it in. Sometimes it's easier that way. So now when you adjust it, you can just go ahead and adjust it how you want. This side isn't as round as that side, but that can happen. So in that sense, you can just keep wiggling it around till you're happy with it. And then what I like to do with this is just bend it in a way that it's sort of just almost touching each other. This is 20 gauge wire. You could probably go with an 18 gauge wire so it holds its shape a little better. 20 starts to be a little bit on the fragile side. It really depends on your wire. So now we want to add a couple of jump rings. So we're going to add one jump ring here at the one side, and then the other jump ring on the other side. Now you have a couple of options for this. If you want to put it on a necklace chain or a cord, in theory you could string the cord right through those two rings, and especially if the rings were big enough. These are only 7 millimeters or 6 millimeters, so they're not super big. But if you had bigger jump rings, you could put it directly on a cord. But for the earring, what I'm going to do is I put 2 jump rings there, and then I'm going to catch the 2 jump rings with another jump ring. So we're going to put that one through here to hold them together, because it's tricky to find a way to hang this in a way. I was going to hang it upside down like that, and then my daughter said it looked like a butt, so I'm like, no, maybe we don't want to do butt earrings, although I have done them before. So now we're going to open up the earring hook and take this and just put it directly on there, and then close up the hook like that. So there you have your little kind of Celtic heart earrings. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more DIY wire art and jewelry making videos. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I go live and when I post new videos. And if you'd like to share photos of your work, be sure to join the Facebook group, the Wire Art and Jewelry Makers Club, where we share photos of our work and lots of inspiration. And if you'd like to check out our wire work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wedding cake toppers and custom jewelry, all out of wire, so you can check out the shop. I'll link it up below. If you'd like to join my mailing list, you can sign up below, and I have a little free ebook that also shares all my favorite tools and my materials, wires and beads, etc. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you the next time.